I'm gonna spend the next 30 days building a huge Lego city. And once it's done, I'm going to flood it with 300 gallons of water. Is this a good idea? Maybe not. Am I gonna do it anyway? Heck yeah. So my goal for day 1 is to lay out all the plates and base plates on this huge table. First, we need to lay out the rows, and then we'll put the other base plates around it. Ta-da! There's gonna be a lot of building. So on top of this, we'll have areas on the sides that connect. So when we put this thing on the ground to flood it, we can make the city actually bigger, but this is just the space we can work on now. Also, this video is sponsored by Shopify, but more on them later. What I'm gonna do is kind of roughly lay out where the buildings are gonna go using red bricks. And I'm also gonna make some of these buildings modular using Technic bricks and pins, so I can take them apart and snap them together really easy. Alright, so here we have the layout for our city all finished, and we also have the rest that are gonna be on the sides of the city underneath. The plan to flood the city is actually pretty simple. I'm gonna put a pool that holds 300 gallons of water right next to it, and then all I have to do is make a cut in the side of the pool that faces the city to release all the water right into the main road. At least that's the plan. But first I have to build it. The first building I'm gonna make is an apartment for minifigures to live in, and we're gonna put it right here. For each house, we gotta build a strong foundation, not only so that it doesn't completely get destroyed by the flood, but also because that's how houses are made, I think. We have this little hallway here. We're gonna have 3 levels, and we'll detail a couple of them to make it cool. This being the first building I've built, I'm not extremely good at it per se, but I got a style going. Dude, first building in the Lego city. That's actually sick. We also have a few tenants that have already moved into the apartment. Like I don't know. And then over here we have Brick, who's actually working on a startup company selling toy robots. And he's using Shopify to help scale his business. We'll check in on Brick later to see where he's at. On day 3, I built a Lego Apple store with a ton of Lego iPhones in it. Just got the Apple store in place. It looks absolutely fantastic. This didn't take that long, honestly. And now people can get the Apple products. And on day 4, I made a public pool house using 1x2 clear tiles to make the pool actually look like it has water in it, which is a pretty cool technique. I built a pool house. It's pretty sick. It has a ton of details. I just kind of let the creativity flow. I didn't really plan it much. I just bought some pieces and kind of tried to fit it together. And I think it turned out really, really good. Then on day 5, I decided to make a Lego Mr. Beast burger. I didn't even have the other free food. This is the figure I'm gonna use for Mr. Beast, but it seems to be lacking something. I'm so sorry, Mr. Beast, I really tried, but we're gonna put him right there at the helm. So day 5, we now have a Mr. Beast burger in the city. It looks pretty sick, if I do say so myself. And of course, the lid comes off to reveal the bustling interior. Been 5 days building nonstop every single day. I'm running low on some pieces, but other than that, it's working out good. We just gotta keep going. Today, basically, I'm just gonna take it slow. I get to build living houses today, which are in these areas here. So I have 5 base plates, which means 5 slots to build them. So yeah. I'd say Brick's business is going pretty well enough for him to be able to move into this new house and start running his business out of here. Now that's all filled out, put this in place. So end of day 6, definitely did a lot today. 5 buildings in the city. As you can see, it is looking super awesome. I am running out of bricks, but that's a problem for another time. On day 7, I built a prison with a police station in the front and a courtyard on the side where the prisoners can work out and stuff. And on day 8, I built a grocery store. Check this out, the inside is fully furnished. Tons of cool stuff in here. We have fresh seafood, the 2 checkout lines over there. We also have some custom built fridges. We got a gumball machine, an ATM. So here's this one. I'm running out of pieces, but we got the part mart, or the store, done. So throughout the city, I'm gonna build 3 Lego skyscrapers. And each one of them will be made using a different building technique to see which one will hold up the best against a flood. And the first one is going to go right here. It is the smallest of the 3, and we're gonna build it up about 3 feet tall. This first one is kind of like a control. I'm just gonna overlap the bricks, and the basic rule of thumb I'm going with is that every brick should have 2 or more bricks on top of it. So check it out, here we have the first layer interior. This is the only interior I plan on doing, but as you can see, we have a faux elevator. Over here we have a cool glass table and some cool trees. Now we just gotta duplicate that floor like several more times until it's like 3 feet high. We're on layer about 60, which is really cool. Also added in some snot bricks so that I could attach billboards and stuff like that later. So now I'm just adding more layers here. We got the first skyscraper here, and we can put this in place, and the topper is right up here. There you go, there's the skyscraper. Now we just gotta detail around the edges like we do with basically all the buildings, make it look nice. Today we're gonna build a YouTube headquarters, which is going to be right back here. And we'll actually build this in 2 sections this time, instead of forgetting, like we did here. Also, somebody commented on a TikTok and said I should put a little guy here. It says, "The flood is coming." And I thought it was funny, so I did it. So shout out to you. Alright, I just put YouTube headquarters in place. As you can see, it looks pretty good right here. Obviously, it'll be out this way one more. Since we don't have room for the table, all the stuff that can't fit is going underneath. That is the end of day 10, which is crazy because that means we're a third of the way there now. On day 11, I decided to build a wide open park for my city with a fountain in the middle and a bunch of custom trees. This one looks a little weird, but it's all the pieces I had left, so. Wow, so many trees. It's the end of day 11. We just finished building the park, and it looks pretty good. I'm honestly pretty happy with it. It was really fun just to build all the trees and stuff. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. And I haven't really built many houses or anything. That was just fun, you know? It was really enjoyable experience, and it looks so good. On day 12, I built up a custom school and made a Bricklink order because I was running out of pieces. These parts here are provided by Crazy Kai's Bricklink store. They're super awesome. You can check them out using the second link down in the description. What I'm gonna do is take all these and sort them into these bins because I am running low on several different pieces in several different types. Now we have our school. Dude, that's so cool. I even ran out of plates for the top, so I actually just used bricks built sideways. I used a couple jumper plates and inverted Technic pieces to actually connect it to the roof. It's kind of like every time I'm about to give up on a build, like this one, I was really discouraged because I worked like 6 hours on this and it actually ended up looking pretty good. You just gotta persevere. It's all about perseverance. On day 13, I built up a really fancy, classy restaurant. This turned out super good, like my top favorite build right now. Then on day 14, I built a bank for my city with a really cool play feature. And as you can see, we can blow the wall out, which is actually pretty cool. That's a pretty cool play feature, inspired by the Daily Bugle set. Just got the vault working. It doesn't actually lock, but it does open. Like this. And we just gotta trade those out for friction pins. That is beautiful. And that's just a simple double jointed thing on the back. As you can see, looks like that. This simply slides in right here. Super cool. I'm really happy with this. End of day 14. We are almost halfway there. It was so difficult when I started out to get like the simplest shapes, but now that I'm getting used to it, it's actually becoming easy to make stuff, which is cool. All right, it is day 15 in Lego City. Today I'm gonna build a toy factory for Brick, who's been using Shopify to sell toy robots, and he's currently talking to contractors so we can get this thing built. And while I'm building this, I can tell you about the sponsor of this video, Shopify, which is an all-in-one commerce platform that lets you manage and sell your products online and in person, giving you plenty of options for customization to fit your own vibe. So I found these super cool pieces to use for the inside of the windows to make it look cloudy, and then on the inside I'm making it gray, and on the outside it is going to be blue. And because Shopify is user-friendly, and I'm speaking from experience, it really is easy to set up. Brick was able to get his business up and running in no time, growing his fan base using Shopify's social media integrations to promote his product, and using the tools built into Shopify to manage his inventory, so he could finally realize he needed more space. And with the addition of Shopify POS giving you the hardware and software you need to sell in person, Brick can easily sell his robots at his own store right in the front of his factory. Look, we even have Shopify POS in Lego right there. And check out the cool details in this store. We got a robot in a tube. We got robots on the tables. It's actually pretty sick. Check it out, stair steps lead up, and now you're on the office. Now this is obviously all just for fun, but I actually have used Shopify, and it was a really smooth experience. So if you're interested, you can get a free trial of Shopify by going to shopify.com/brickscience or using the first link in the description. Huge thanks to Shopify for sponsoring this video. As long as this doesn't break, we should be good. So here it is in Lego City, the toy factory. I'm really happy how the windows turned out, just the tinted kind of look, the clouded look, because you can't see like what's on the inside. We're halfway there. I'm tired. On days 16 and 17, I built a giant Lego zoo with a ton of animals and details. And as you can see, it's fully detailed. We have several enclosures here. One for the bears, the ostriches, the lion enclosure. We even have monkeys. We got the gift shop in there. I'm very happy how this build turned out. Like, I'm gonna be sad to see all of it get destroyed, but this build especially because I've always wanted to build a Lego zoo, and I finally get to do it, and then I get to flood it. On day 18, I built the second skyscraper. For this building, what we're gonna do is actually build using vertical Technic struts. And we put them like this, connect one with a Technic brick down here, and then another one up here. But I wanna do something special for this skyscraper. Instead of just making it go straight up like the last one, I wanna build it so that each layer turns like this. So it'll actually look like a DNA helix. So this is actually a viable technique because this isn't connected to the layer beneath it. When the wave hits it, it'll just all push one way and maybe not break. I just use these pieces here to get an angle for the next layer, as you can see right down there. Let's just say that area down there is now this area up here, which means the curve will continue on each floor until it just goes up, just like our little demonstration here. That's pretty cool, okay? So now all we gotta do is duplicate this bottom layer here again and again and again until we get enough stacked to where it becomes as tall, if not taller, as our other skyscraper. So I'm putting all these pieces in place here, and I'm locking them together. I don't know how I'm gonna get my camera out of here. Hi. Hopefully I can turn it upside down or something. Please don't kill me. Hey, check it out. I'm seriously impressed that that's actually standing. And to think the entire thing is made possible just using one of these things. That is crazy. On to the next build. On day 19, I built a Lego skate park because I was really tired that day. And then on day 20, I built a detailed Lego car dealership with a bunch of really cool Speed Champion sports cars. As you can see, we have little labels on the cars that are like how much they're worth or how much they're on sale. That's pretty cool. I just used the sticker technique of like printing them on paper and then gluing them on, but I think it turned out pretty good. And on day 21, I even built a Lego store. I'm really proud of this one. I'm happy with how it turned out. It's obviously, like, quite obviously a Lego store. On day 22, I added a bunch of Lego car sets to the city to make it look more lively, mainly just because I didn't want to design a bunch. So now we have a bunch of Lego cars in our city. As you can see, it's fully stocked, fully populated with cars. On days 23 and 24, I built a giant shopping mall, and I packed it absolutely full of details. After 2 days of work, the mall is finally done, and I can finally put it in Lego City. On the first floor, we have a pet shop, game store, sporting goods store, ice cream shop, and a Mr. Beast burger, as well as a cool fountain and an escalator. It's taken me 8 hours so far. And on the second floor, we have bathrooms, 2 clothing stores, a salad shop, a chicken restaurant. We even have another brick box store, and now we can put it in place in our city. And there we have a Lego super mall. I think this is gonna be like one of the coolest ones to watch when the flood hits, because I built the windows so that they open inward. So when the water hits, it'll just push the windows open. That was my friend Christian's idea, and we're gonna see what actually happens on the inside of this. But we're not done yet. We got a few more to build. And on day 25, I built a really cool Lego aquarium. I have a migraine. As you can see, I've added the animals. I've added this sea life. We got a shark down here, a crab, some fish. We also have a dolphin. And now all I gotta do is take these blue panels and put them all the way around so it'll actually look like there's water in it. Whoops. Okay, so we have our aquarium, and I am going to put it in place right there. Let's go. Dude, it looks pretty sick. And when the city's actually flooded, this will go right here, and the cart mart will go behind it. But for now, we're gonna stick it like this. Next, we're gonna build the third skyscraper. For this third skyscraper, I'm gonna use the technique of building cross beams, using 2 Technic beams across. Hopefully, it'll make it really, really strong. If we take this on the side, that will lock into there. Now we just gotta build up the outside and integrate it into the walls. This is the fun part. These 3 long Technic pins actually make it so we can go through both layers. We can go through the first one, and then check us out. We take the next floor and we invert them, just like this, and these snap on here. Oh, there's nothing more satisfying than when all the measurements work out and it just snaps together. See, we have the bottom floor and it's all detailed and nice, and we have some seats right here, a model of the building that we actually built over there. We even have a nice desk with a receptionist and a pretty cool elevator. So I'm just building up all the construction materials just to save me time. And that's another thing I've learned is that, like, instead of being scattered while I'm building, like, build up the stuff ahead of time and then I can just get it up really quick. But now that I got all these built up, all I gotta do is build a couple more cross beams and then do the final assembly of the building. We can finally put our character Brick up here in his new penthouse apartment. He's made it to the top. Quite literally, I might add. He's even got a super sick computer up there, some samurai gear, a bathroom with a bath. And thus concludes the Brick saga. I'm super happy with this project so far. This is going so good, and this looks super fire. I wish I was this guy. Just get this puppy on here. All the way into place. This is incredible. This is a minifigure, and if we slowly zoom out, That is the scale of our third skyscraper. The last thing we gotta do is detail the city. Just like detail the sidewalks and stuff, and this city will be ready to flood. I'm gonna put the Daily Bugle set right in front here. Just like that. And then our Lego Jazz Club can go right here because this is a beautiful build and I wanted to include it. Nice. We completed our Lego city and now it's time to flood it. Basically every detail I wanted to do, I completed in this city. Every build I wanted. For 30 days, we built this city. This is it. It's time to flood it. So after moving the city to the flood site and snapping it all together again, it was finally time to flood my giant Lego city. This is our pool, and it is filled with 300 gallons of water. And this is our Lego city. And now we're finally going to flood our city with 300 gallons of water. I'm just gonna slice this pool open right there, and all the water is gonna go through the city and flow into it, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, that's insane! Oh my gosh, the whole city! Look at that! It just got everywhere, look at that! Oh my gosh! Dude! All 3 of the skyscrapers stayed up, which is crazy, and that is a lot of water. Look at this. Look at them all floating around in there. Man, that just took everything with it. Look at the Apple Store, dude. Check that out. It's a very sad day in Lego City, but we set out to do it and we did it. I'm a little sad too because, you know, you spend 30 days on something and then it just goes. But that was the coolest thing I've ever seen go that fast. So 300 gallons of water destroyed the entire Lego City. But it does still leave me with one unanswered question. Which skyscraper building technique really holds up the best? And I think it's about time I let you guys in on a secret. We have a second pool, and this one holds 540 gallons of water. So let's screw down the base plates of the skyscrapers and see which one really holds up the best. That answers that question.